All right, so we're back with Sharon, doing a update with her. We've been in contact over like the past 2 days, and seen her this morning. So how have you been?
Been hanging in there. I'm not using as much.
Good.
Still out here, as you can see, but I've been in Airbnbs and hotels because of things that I was doing, but we won't talk about that. But yeah. I was surviving.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can do right now.
Okay.
Don't really know. Excuse me, what else to say?
A couple weeks ago, did you end up making it to a program?
Yes, but and I'm being honest with everybody. I've been honest from the door.
Yeah.
Their comfort meds are not what you think they should be.
All right. And by comfort meds, that's the meds they give you to help with the withdrawal, right?
And it didn't touch a nerve.
Yeah.
I tried, and I did not like the feeling. I was super sick.
Uh-huh.
My bones ached. My fingernails hurt.
Yeah. How long were you there?
A day and a half.
Okay. And for a lot of people that don't know, an hour being sick is horrible. It's the flu times 100. So that day and a half being sick and not being provided with meds is literally torture.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of people don't realize that, but it's torture. So then you ended up leaving
and ran into what I ran into, and
Gotcha.
That's how I've been supporting everything.
Yep. And how long after you left the hospital did you use?
Within 10 minutes, because it's not even that far.
Okay, right away, just to try to feel back to normal?
Yeah, and I didn't even seem to feel normal then.
No.
The stuff out here is really crap, to be honest with you. It's not holding nobody. Everybody's asking everybody where to get the good stuff from.
Yeah.
If I knew, believe me, I'd be doing it probably.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10.
And how many bags a day are you using?
I was up to a bundle or more.
Okay. And how many bags are in a bundle, just so they...
14 to 15, depending upon, and now I'm down to maybe 5 bags.
Okay, so that's a big drop. That's a third.
I have to, because the money I do get, maybe I can lay my head somewhere or get a hotel room for the night. Something, so I'm not out here, because this is where my problem is the street.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've gone back to the videos and watched the videos, and I am telling the truth, like, about all.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody came down here themselves and actually walked a day in our shoes, I'm not saying use drugs or anything like that, but see where we come from.
Yeah, just to shadow you for a day, they'd see.
Right, absolutely, because this is not a joke and it's not lies. I can't make this up.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what people don't realize. Like, I had somebody ask me what it's like down here, and I said, I'm not even going to waste my time trying to explain to you, because you're not going to believe me anyway.
It's the truth.
Yeah, I'll be like, I said the videos do it no justice. You're going to think that I'm exaggerating, and then when you see it, you're going to be like, what the fuck?
He's
You're going to
telling
be like,
the truth.
Yeah,
right.
he's downplaying it, because you can't explain. It's something different that's going, you know, as we're sitting here doing this interview in my truck, because it's raining outside, you see people laying in the fucking rain,
right there.
in the trash.
They're laying in the trash.
You know, laying...
I watched some gentleman pick up something out of the garbage just to eat it.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot, you know.
I mean, I hadn't got that far yet.
Yeah.
But I could be 2 seconds away from that person at any time.
Absolutely. And that's the crazy thing, is that we can always, you know, we see people that might be doing a little worse than us, and the crazy thing is we could be there any second.
Absolutely.
You know?
Like a cop said to me, remember the time I told you that somebody was ODing and the cop said, well, that wouldn't be my son?
Yeah.
You do not know that. Anybody is 2 seconds away from any situation.
Listen, I just got into an argument last night about 12 o'clock with a clock right there, because there was a lady face down on the pavement. She looked like she was overdosed, and when they walked it was the cops on the bike, and he said, oh, hopefully she's dead, or something smart like that. And I was like, yo, why the fuck would you say that? You know what I mean? And the whole thing was on YouTube Live. There's like 250 people watching.
Oh, wow.
I said, why the fuck would you say that? I said, it's cool until it's your kid.
That's
and I
right.
said, I pray to God it's never your kid, because nobody should go through that. You know, and we went back and forth arguing, and I just say, you's an ignorant motherfucker.
That's
you know what I mean? You had no idea. I pray, and in my experience, every time I've judged people, God put me in their shoes.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
because
so,
I've done it too. Like,
exactly.
Like, you know, I would never judge that gentleman taking anything out of the trash. Or somebody's dressed differently or somebody smells a certain way,
Yep.
because I can be in that situation. There's been times where I haven't been able to take showers.
Yeah.
There's been times where I haven't been able to eat. There's been times where I've been dope sick, plenty of times. But there's also times where I go toe to toe on the daily with this devil.
Yeah.
And he will not stop.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of people, they'll be like, well, why don't you just get help? Why don't you just get clean? And I'd be like, man, if it's only that easy.
Right.
It's only that easy. Just imagine, like, let's say you're trying to lose weight, how hard it is to watch your diet.
Absolutely.
Now imagine a drug where you physically and mentally and emotionally need this shit.
And that's the sad part about it, because I was just saying not too long ago, this little bit of powder has so much control over my life.
Absolutely.
It's like salt.
Yeah.
You could blow it away at any time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's terrible. It's so terrible. Like, I don't wish this on a worst enemy at all. And you know what? I don't wish it on nobody's children. And thank God my children do not like it. But 2 of my children are allergic to codeine.
Awesome.
So that's a good thing.
That's
Thank
a
you,
blessing,
God.
right?
You know?
That's a fucking blessing and a half.
Thank you. Yes. And I mean, I wish this whole thing away. Like, I feel for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because that may be to me tonight if I can't find somewhere to go. Look at this young lady walking with the leg.
Yep.
She does this every day on the train.
I've seen her for weeks.
Very smart woman. Very smart woman. And we're so intelligent. Addicts are the smartest people you know, but yet we're the dumbest at the same time.
Yep. I tell everybody that. I have like a theory that, you know, addicts, we're so creative, we're so inventive, we're so talented, we're so intelligent, and I think that's why we struggle with society and struggle with, you know, with emotional stuff.
Right.
We feel a little bit more than others. You know, I don't think that, you know, that we're just bad people. I think we're extra good, and that's part of what makes us bad addicts.
I've gone back to the videos, like I said, and I read some of the comments. There's a couple people on there that do know me.
Yeah.
Sharon will give the shirt off her back.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Yep.
I care about them, they care about me, and they know who I am because they've got to learn who I was sober and on drugs.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't changed. I'm still the same person I am. Like I told you before, if I have my last 50 cents in my pocket and that person needs it, they need it more than I do, obviously. Here you go.
Yeah.
And I do want to clear something up. Somebody had said on the video, I think she may be lying about her teeth being stolen. I just want to clarify something.
Yeah.
Why would I have my teeth out of my mouth? Something about she would take them out to clean them, but I don't see that happening too often. Well, just to clear that up, I do take my teeth out at night because I don't sleep with them in my mouth, and I put them in a container with the cleaning solution. So, Mr. Know-It-All, you need to learn something else.
Yeah. And just think about if whoever commented that, like if they had to formulate that in their head, like their life has to be a little miserable.
Just like I spelled really wrong on something, and they came back and said, you really spelled really R-A-L-Y. I forgot to put the E because I was typing so fast.
Listen, I do that. I have typos. I spell heroin wrong.
I know, and I do too.
Yeah, and it was a typo, and motherfuckers was like, oh.
Right.
I said, man, listen.
The dumbest shit.
Yeah, I was like, if that's the biggest thing you have to complain about, then I'm doing all right.
Do you know how many people are still showing love to me every time you go on? Where's Sharon?
Sure.
Where's Sharon?
Absolutely.
Where's Sharon?
Always.
I love everybody so much. Oh, get her here. She'll have a place to stay. Get her here. I'll donate money, but I'm not donating to drugs. Get her a GoFundMe page. I'm not looking for that. I'm not. What I'm looking for is the help and a rehab that really looks at us and will, you know, get to the bottom of why we're feeling this way and actually medicate. Let me not say medicate. Make me comfortable.
Yeah.
Because I know I got myself in this situation. I don't blame anybody else but myself. Because who did it? So I want them to look, okay, this is just not just another addict. This is someone who can get somewhere in life. Let's help. And every addict out here, okay, this one's got this one, this one's got that one. Damn, they can go far. Let's help them.
Yeah.
Like, stop. They need the insurance, I get it. The ID, I get it. But you know what? It's so hard to come by at times. Money. Getting to welfare. If you're dope sick, how can you get here? You don't even want to get up. I mean, it hurts to get up. To even go to the bathroom.
I remember when I was sick, I would literally stay in a bed for days.
Yeah.
I wouldn't move.
Yep.
I would force myself to like take a sip of water just because I knew, all right, the more water I drink, the quicker this is going to get out of my system. Yep. You know, but it was so hard. And then mentally, the mental toll, you'd be like, I just want to commit suicide.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. You know how many times that's gone through my head?
Yeah, a lot. I bet.
And the emotions, you're up, you're down, you're up, you're down.
You're crying. Oh my God.
Then you're cursing people out. Don't touch me. Don't look at me.
Don't even look at me. Don't talk to me. Shut up.
It's horrible because then I know that I put my kids through so much. Yeah. And like I think about it all the time. Like, and it breaks my heart. But you know what? I've fucked myself. I fucked myself at a lot of opportunities, a lot of, you know, getting somewhere in life and having it and giving it all back. Now I got to get it all back again.
Yeah, that's the way it is. Unfortunately, that we always worry about what we do to others, but we do the most damage to ourselves.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I believe when we learn to love ourselves, that we can eventually, in turn, love other people.
Right.
You know what I mean? When we learn to put ourselves first, and it's all right. I don't think it's a bad thing to be selfish, you know, when we're trying to get ourselves together.
Can I read you something my son had sent to me?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, me and my son don't talk like that. I told you that before. Yeah. And this really got to me, and I kind of want to explain it to him. It really bothered me. And I mean, I love my kids. Don't get me wrong. Love you, Robert. Love you, Alyssa. Love you, Anastasia. Okay. Now, let me see where that message is. Okay. I said, on my way to Maryland, hopefully to go to detox, had to get out of Philly. I'll believe it when I see it. If I don't believe anything, I'll see. I can't see without my own eyes. Not saying you're lying, and that's weird because me and Harley seen you Friday. When did you leave? We saw you down Kensington. I'm leaving out of Philly now. You saw me. Why didn't you not stop? No, and I said, why didn't you stop?
Yeah.
Because Harley said she seen you while I was on the phone with my boss about work. She didn't let me know till after I got off the phone. All I do is work. Got Dad a job a few weeks ago. Back, he's happy, trying to do good. I'm sorry for working. You're being smart now, Mom? How is that being smart? You just wrote, oh, like we don't care. I never said that. I never said that. I said, okay, well, I hope you're doing good and trying to stay off of the bullshit. Wish you the best, Mom. Love you too. Love you. Who's taking you? I don't know who the hell that is. I don't trust nobody. I won't say the name.
Yeah.
I know, baby. I don't understand how you let some random ass nigga help you, but your kids and family offer you help, and it's fuck us. But good money, Mom, because he's from... Never mind.
Yeah.
Hello. And I didn't get back to him. Like, okay, now I'm being honest. You guys don't offer me help. You tell me what you can't do. You tell me what you won't do. If I would have seen my mother in the street... Now, my mom was an addict. She died at 43 of an accidental overdose.
I'm sorry to hear that.
If I would have seen my mother in the street, somebody I ain't seen for months, I'd have damn sure turned that car around to make sure, okay, Mom, I'm not going to give you money for drugs, but I'm going to give you something to eat.
Yeah.
Mom, are you warm? Mom, do you need anything besides drug money?
Yeah.
I would have rather stayed dope sick to see my child.
Yeah.
I ain't seen him in months. Now, I talk to my Alyssa every day. I talk to Anastasia almost every day. Me and my son have bumped heads forever. But, I understand you can be ashamed of the way I look. You can be ashamed of who I am. God damn it, I'm still your mom.
Yeah.
At the end of each day, I'm still your mother. I put breath in your body. And at times you put breath in mine. Because, there's times where I didn't feel like living. But then I look at them.
Kids, yep.
And it just brings back all hope.
And I know what you mean by that. There's times where I wanted to give up, and I see my son or my daughter or my wife, and I see their face, and I'd be like, I can't do it.
Right.
You know, I remember there was times where I was suicidal, and the only thing that kept me alive when I was younger, before I had kids, was my little baby sister, Maritza, where I was like, I can't let her see me in a casket, you know, my younger siblings. And then when I had kids, it was like, I can't leave my kids.
Right.
I'll be damned if somebody else is raising my kids.
Right. And speaking of caskets, my daughter Alyssa, my oldest, she said, Mom, I've already prepared myself for that phone call. That's a damn shame that I had to put that in them, that they're preparing themselves for a phone call that if I die. How do you prepare yourself?
Listen, with my sister's is an addict, an active addiction in the streets. I haven't seen her for years. And part of the reason why I don't keep in contact with her now is because I did the same thing. I prepared, when I was in prison, she was to be down here in Kensington. You know what I mean? So I had to prepare myself, and this is when the Kensington Strangler was out.
Okay.
Where I prepared myself
to hear that.
I was going to get a call to the chapel one day, and my sister was going to be dead. So I prepared myself in my heart and in my head that was going to happen. So if I did get that call, it wouldn't hurt as much. And now I keep my distance from her because of me preparing that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I had to do it emotionally.
So is that what my kids are doing?
I think so. I think we do that stuff to try to lessen the blow if it comes.
I mean, maybe I'm from a different cloth, but I would have never turned my back on my mom.
Yeah, my sister, my older sister has been like, look, let's try to get, my sister's name is Chantel, let's try to get her some help, let's try to do this. I'd be like, nah, I'm not doing nothing. Right. Until she's ready, I'm not doing nothing.
You're falling back.
Exactly. But she's like, well, you come out and you do so much for other people, though. Anybody could call you and ask you to do something for them, and you'll drop whatever you're doing and do it for them. But you can't do that for your sister. You know what I mean? And I had to dig myself. I was like, damn, you're right.
She's right.
You're right. But I think in preparation of me finding out that she was going to be dead, I sort of hardened myself to the fact, you know.
Right,
it's crazy as crazy as it sounds, but it's true. And when I come out here lately, the last time I was out here last weekend, on the way home,
when I seen you in the car over there?
Yes. Okay. My sister ended up texting me. And that's the first time. She don't text my phone because I don't respond. So she don't even bother. And I was speaking to her on live. I was speaking about her on live. And no more than 2 hours later, she ended up texting me.
Wow.
So I was like, wow, this is, and then I text her back. And then I text her back about an hour later, and I didn't hear nothing from her. So I was like, all right. And she had just got out of jail. She said she was doing all right, you know. And when I didn't hear nothing back from her that night, I was like, she's high.
You knew.
Yeah. I was like,
you can feel it. You can feel it. I mean, there was times where I took my mom's dope and was going to flush it down the toilet. I'll never forget this time, ever. That's how I knew how powerful this was. My mom got on her hands and knees and begged me. Begged me like this. Please do not do it. Yeah. Please. Begged me. I never in my life didn't know what to do. It's like I was in between a rock and a hard place, but I gave it to her. My mom, I never thought I'd see my mom get so weak and beg me. Never, because my mom was the rock that held us all together. And when she died, we all veered everywhere. I got my sister in Bucks County. I got my kids in West, Northeast, and the greater Northeast. I got my two brothers. One's upstate for 20 years. The other one's in York, PA. We're waiting to see how much time he's going to do. And the other one's in Florida. So we all just...
Yeah. A lot of times that happens, too, when, like, the glue that holds the family together, when it's not there no more, people, you know, deal with grief and death in different ways.
Right.
And that's what happens.
When we lost her, Frank, everything was gone.
Yeah, I know. That's the same. Listen, when my mother was killed in 2004, that's when my sister started getting high. That's when I started getting high.
Right.
Everything, the whole family. You're trying to cover that pain. Yeah, I had to identify her body in the coroner's office, and that's all I seen. I couldn't sleep. You know, that's all I seen.
Picture was.
Yeah, that's all I seen.
My mom passed away in Florida.
Wow.
with my baby brother. The coroner left her body there for 8 hours before they even decided to come out to get her. And my brother's in the next room asleep.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and I get a call the next morning, and I fainted and all. And they said, your mom passed away. I was like, passed out, fainted, cold, goodbye.
Wow.
I screamed at the top of my lungs, no, and that's all I remember.
Yeah.
She was my best friend.
I bet.
She kept it together. 6 of us. 6 of us by herself. My mom would not let her kids be hungry. She would go steal food before she would see us hungry.
That's the same way my mom was. She was an addict too. She was clean before she passed. She was clean for a while, but she was an addict for a long time, 20 years. And then she got clean, and she was working in a rehab and stuff before she got passed. And she used to do a lot of work, you know, volunteer work and stuff. And I think that's where I get it from.
Right,
you know,
right.
Mom.
Can I ask you something? Does it bother you ever to
No.
come down here? The urge never hits you, nothing? God bless you.
Listen, if anything, it reminds me of
Look at this.
what I stand to lose.
What?
Yeah. It reminds me what I stand to lose.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I know
To build it all back up again, everything.
I can't do it. I've had a lot and lost it so many times in my life.
Right.
I can't do it no more.
I get
Can't
it.
do it.
I get
Going
it.
to prison, I've had homes and nice cars and businesses and lost everything because of going back to prison. I've had to start over so many times.
Right.
So now I'm like, fuck, I can't do it.
No.
I can't do it. You know, and this is what keeps me sober.
Right.
This shit coming down here and
So it
seeing
helps you in
people-
a way.
Oh my God, it does. Listen, coming here and going to schools and speaking, going to rehabs, this is the stuff that keeps me sober.
That's awesome.
I don't think if it was for this, I don't think I would be so strong in my sobriety.
That's awesome.
You know, I don't think so. This keeps it green for me, interacting with people and letting them know there's hope, and you know, it keeps it extremely green for me.
Right. It keeps it live. Like,
Yes.
I mean, it kills me. I don't think I'll be able to come back down here once it's over. I don't
And
think
that's
I
good.
would.
Look, my wife, when she comes down, she doesn't like to come down here too often.
Okay.
She feels differently. She'd be like, oh, I feel tempted, you know, sometimes I feel weak. Me, it's the complete opposite end of the spectrum. I come down here, as soon as I smell the air when I get on the boulevard,
You're like, oh.
I'd be like, oh, no.
No,
Never.
it's good.
I remember the first time we came out here to do haircuts and stuff,
Uh-huh.
in the back of my head, I was like, you know what, I'm going to grab some boxing while I'm down there helping people. And the second I got here and smelled the air, I said, hell no, never again.
Good, Frank.
You know,
Good.
I said never again.
That's
because
awesome,
I can't. I know if I start getting high, I'm giving up my relationship with my children, with my family.
With everything.
I'm turning over everything to somebody else, and I can't do it.
That's awesome. That's a cool year. I mean, there's got to be an ending to this. Like, you found your ending.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck is mine? It's like I keep doing other shit and backtracking myself. Like, this shit I've been doing for the last couple weeks, I've told you already what I've done.
Yeah.
But, Frank, where is it, man? Where? I know I want it. I taste it. I want that shit again. I want a home. I want to be able to eat every day. I want to be able to cook Sunday dinners for my family again. I want holidays together.
Yeah.
So where the fuck is this ending? Because I'm tired.
I think we just have to. I know for me, I just got to the point where I was tired of selling myself short and my kids short and my family short. I was tired of, you know, not having anything. I was tired of having my kids visit me in prison, of being too sick, and my kids just want to spend some time with me and want to cuddle up with me, and I can't even fucking talk to them or play with them. I can't go enjoy their games. And for me, that was it. I was like, man, I grew up, my father wasn't around, and I said, I'm gonna be just like him if I don't change my ways.
Gotcha.
I don't want my kids to get old and be like, my dad was a piece of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want my kids to get old and be like, my dad was the shit.
You know what kills my heart? My daughter calls her stepmom mom.
Mm-hmm.
Mom this, happy Mother's Day, that. I love you, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I?
Yeah.
Just a person that brought you here.
Mm-hmm.
It kills me. I'm your mom.
Yeah. You know something else? The way I always think of it, my daughter, my youngest daughter, Maritza, the one that was here and she was crying the one day.
Yeah. Oh, she's such a sweetheart.
Her mother has a boyfriend, and for me, I see it as I want the best for my daughter.
Absolutely.
So if her boyfriend, if her stepfather is a good guy, then that just means she has two awesome males in her life.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That won't let nothing happen to her.
Exactly. So try to think of it like that. That we want to try to give our job as parents is to give our children the best start in life and the best, advice and the best guidance. So if we have two people doing that, maybe it'll make things easier.
And I just want to clear something up. Now, their stepmom, I have nothing against.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Believe me, I know. And people are going to know what you mean if they're in that situation. Because at first, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. But I said, you know what? Let me take my feelings out of the equation because it's not really about me. It's about my daughter.
Right.
And if she has two awesome people in her life, and if she chooses to call him dad, I have to be all right with that if he's playing his position.
Oh, and this woman has, and I greatly appreciate her because she's turned my kids into two great, wonderful adults.
Yeah.
My daughter will not turn her back on her children. My son neither. And my Anastasia I had since birth. And like I said, 2 years ago, she moved in with her father. But I appreciate this woman so much for everything she's done for my children. I mean, she stood up when I couldn't. And she helped. But sometimes I'm like, damn, I miss so much. And I don't know how I'm going to get it back.
Yeah, and one thing I can say is nobody's ever going to tell you anything that you don't know already. You're extremely smart. You're wise. You've been through it before. So nobody's ever going to tell us anything that we don't already know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They might just say it a different way. We just have to throw our hands up and be like, fuck it, I'm done.
I'm done.
And, I remember one time I turned myself in. I was on a run and I turned myself in just because I wanted to get clean.
Oh, really?
And I knew I couldn't do it any other way.
And it helped.
Yeah, I got clean.
That's awesome.
I got clean. And I had, at the time I had a couple years.
Right.
And I knew I was like, this is the only way I'm going to get clean. Fuck it, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Just because I was tired. I was tired, man. I was like, I hate this shit. I hate it,
Oh, wow. It's so much. It's so much on somebody's plate.
Yeah, hell yeah, it is.
I mean, and my plate is overflowing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I have things coming in every angle. And I try. I mean, I do try. I can't say I don't. I don't want to say that I give up. I am a fighter. But sometimes I just want to let it all go and just be done. Like, I mean, I don't even know how to stay positive at times anymore.
It's hard, too. It's hard because I think what we put out is a reflection of what we feel. You know what I mean? You know how people always in a bad mood, always pessimistic?
Yes.
It's because inside they're miserable. So I think with us, if things aren't going right in our life, we just feel so fucked up.
Right.
We'd be like, nothing good is going to happen. Nothing good is going to happen. It could be a beautiful day. You just almost got hit by a car, but didn't. And the only thing you're going to focus on is, I almost got hit by a car.
Right.
Instead of being like, bitch, you didn't get hit by a car.
Right, you're alive, you're breathing.
Exactly.
But sometimes I feel as though I've been robbed. Like why? I can't, like somebody said, I'm the type of person on here saying, woe is me. No, if you know me, Frank, I'm not the woe is me type of girl.
I don't believe that.
But I do sometimes think, why me? Like, why would somebody want to let somebody live this life?
I used to think that all the time. I used to be like, why me? Why me? Why me? Now I'd be like, why not me? When something bad happens, why not me? I can handle this. I'm going to stop using all this shit as excuses to fuck my life up and start using it for fuel to make my life take off.
Okay.
So now when bad shit happens, I don't be like, damn, why me? Why not me? Why not me?
Right,
because all this struggle and strife is going to make me stronger. It's going to build up character in me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be fucking 10 times better.
From what I understand, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly. Shit that I've been through in life, I'll be like, why not me? You know what I mean? Now, if something happens to me, if somebody does something bad to me or something like that, I'd be like, well, I know it's just gonna make me so much stronger.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
I get it.
So now when something else happens in my life, I'm gonna take it in stride and be like, this ain't shit. I've been through this already. What the fuck is this supposed to do?
Right.
Now whenever,
ain't nothing.
yeah, when something bad happens in my life, I'll be like, that will never compare to me seeing my mother on that corner table. So no matter what happens, anything short of death, I'll be fine.
There you go.
I'll be fine.
I get it. That's cool.
Yep. I never think why me. I'd be like, why not me?
I get it.
Why not me?
That's a good way to put it, though. Because who am I?
A lot of time we like to run from hard times, but those hard times are what builds character in us. You know what I mean? Those hard times, it's like a diamond. There's either two things that's gonna happen with pressure. Pressure makes diamonds, or it's gonna bust a pipe.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So you just got to choose what you want to be.
Right.
You know, you just got to choose what you want to be. I just be like, I want to be a diamond. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, but it's just crazy. How can I say it? Like, everything that comes at you all at once. You don't know which one to pick, take, and go with. The first one that hits you, it's like you go with that one and keep going with that one. Like dope came right back at me. And what did I do? Keep going with it. Yeah. Like an idiot.
Yeah. You just got to come to that point, man, where you just be like, fuck it, I'm going to try this. And no matter what, I'm going to stick to it. Yeah. I'm not going to bend, fold, or break. And I'm just going to do it.
And I can't let it. I cannot let this keep taking me under.
And you could do it.
You know? And sometimes I just feel like I'm closed in and I'm suffocating. And I feel like there's nowhere to go, nowhere to grab. And I'm just going to keep going and going like quicksand's got a hold of my feet and just keeping me there. I just gotta fight to get the fuck out of it.
And you could do it. That I promise you.
Yeah, I know I can. It's been done already.
Yep, exactly. And you've done it.
Yeah. And I just gotta make this time better than the first.
Yep.
And keep fighting for what I believe.
Yep. And you could do it.
And get my family back. That's all I want.
Yeah,
right?
You could do it. And that's what they want too. You know, I'm sure that hurts your son to have to send you a message like that, or your daughter to have to say something like that. That doesn't feel good for them. They don't want to do that, you know. But a lot of it is, part of it is protecting them, is, you know, a sense of self-preservation, where I got to be like, I have to protect myself, you know.
Yep.
So we put that wall up and that guard up, even when we don't feel like that, you know.
Yeah. It's just hard. Nobody said this was supposed to be easy, though.
No, but anything worth anything ain't easy.
That's right.
That's worth anything ain't easy.
It's worth the fight.
Because if it was, we don't appreciate it. Shit that comes easy, we don't appreciate.
No.
We could find $100 on that fucking floor right there, and we got that shit spent before we got it in our pocket.
I can get this and that.
But if we work for that same 100, we're gonna be more careful what we do with that shit.
Right, I'd make it last forever.
Exactly. But if we find it on the floor, we're gonna blow that motherfucker before it's in our pocket.
You did not ever lie.
That's exactly the way it is.
Never lied, bro. This is just crazy, this life, man. It's nutty. Can't take it.
I'm glad I got to see you. Everybody's been asking about you.
I'm still here.
Everybody has. I know they'll be happy to get an update. And then we'll be back out here on Sunday.
This
morning.
Sunday?
Yeah, we'll be right here doing
I'll come out and help.
Yep. I'll give you a text in the morning or on Saturday just to touch base.
All right.
And then we'll get together.
All right.
You come out and help. Rachel will be here.
Oh, definitely. Good. Are you bringing my baby? My baby
boy?
We're
not, because we're going to a haunted house Saturday night. So we're going to leave him home.
You just going trick-or-treating tomorrow?
They postponed it until Sunday because it's supposed to storm real bad where we're at.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's postponed till Sunday.
Yeah, my granddaughter, this would be her first official, because she's going to be, she's 1.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, she can dress up now and, be happy about it. My daughter said, no, she's not coming out. I said, well, give her candy.
Yeah.
Well, I can give her candy.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah, it should be all right.
It's going to be a little pumpkin.
Yeah.
That's another thing tonight. Everybody's got to be careful. It's mischief night.
Yep, exactly.
And they last year, from what I understand, they went on addicts.
Look at Mom.
Who that is?
My homie. He was probably looking for me. He just walked off.
He didn't see us in here. You can see.
Well, you can't. The front windshield's tinted too, so you can see when you stand on the side. But I thank you, Sharon. I will
definitely
touch base with you Saturday night or Sunday.
Perfect.
Just so you can come out.
Absolutely.
And,
I will.
And enjoy the day with us.
Oh, yeah. I always have a good time when we're all around. Bring Frank with you, too.
He will be here.
Because me and him will be fighting. Yeah. I already know it.
Yeah, that's the way he is. Yeah, that's the way he is. He definitely will when
It'll
he sees
be on
you.
and popping.
Exactly. He definitely will.
Are you going home now?